Thank you very much for allowing me to participate in this event. Every day, it becomes more evident the war that the US is waging against China, and every day it comes closer to the scenario of Cold War of days gone by. There is a war here in terms of economic, commercial, technological, and diplomacy areas that has as a goal to oppose China. And we can see two cases very clearly. We can see a
contra China. Una es la dependencia del complejo militar
new scenario of this China. One of them
segunda
is
es la obsesión de dominación, de hegemonía de Estados Unidos. Y
they
ello
have acknowledged that the most likely competitor for their hegemony and domination is China. This has a perverse effect on the global scenario. Military expense has skyrocketed. There's an increase of belligerence in the international scenario, the increase in number of military bases, and competition in technologic advances that affects not only the bilateral relationship between both countries, but also other nations. Specifically in Latin America, the US are attempting to oppose to the Chinese presence, and there are different obstacles to diminish the commercial presence and the technological transfer to other nations. And mainly this new project that China has launched of the route, this path that could benefit so much the regions in terms of building infrastructure and the potential economic development of the region. The US have made the most varied efforts, for example, in terms of diplomacy. They have gone country by country trying to stop China's presence. The world today does not need a Cold War. The world today needs to develop multilateralism. What the world needs today is to develop collaboration. And that means this trend to pose a scenario of Cold War, this goes against the needs of the world and specifically of our region. China has created as an actor that promotes the collaboration among nations, and they have made themselves available to transfer technology, and they're developing a sanitary connection in order to counteract against the pandemic that we have at an international level. So we should also have a commitment from the progressive political forces and the forces who are focusing on the development in their own countries to contain this campaign against China. There are no few publications at the international level. There's a lot of work done by the US think tanks against the presence of, in Latin America, as they call it, this new colonialism that we find in the region, the new threat, as they call it. We need to have a proactive position
entre China y América Latina que son muy beneficiosos.
and strengthen in America. and go
hacia una sociedad de destino común donde todos seamos
towards a society where everyone can benefit.
menos
And again, thank you to the authorities and organizers. I believe this is a very timely event, and I think it should be not only an event in itself, but it should be a starting point